Brad, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes before the game. Transfer portal has been good, and it's also taken away. This year, Mark's allowing anybody to come back and play. Does that help you? Are you going to have anybody that's not playing that has said they're leaving?
No, we're going to have our base back. Yeah, so that's a real positive for us. You know, to be able to roll out your starting 11 in this day and age is a huge advantage. We're excited to get down there. It's a great bowl. You think about a named bowl against a named opponent, you know, with a little bit of sun, and, you know, they'll be ready.
And quite frankly, in a season that didn't really turn out the way a lot of us thought it would. It was an interesting season, and I'll use that word because there were games the defense was brilliant and the offense didn't show up. And there were games when the defense had their troubles and the offense showed up. I don't know if this team has played a total game. I thought Louisville was a pretty darn good game that they played. I don't know if they've played that total game yet, have they?
On both sides of the ball, probably like
Florida was pretty good too.
Florida was solid, you know, but I would say from start to finish, fully complete, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not hasn't been put together. I think there were games this year that did happen, you know, to include the special teams aspect of it. But it's been one of those seasons that has had a lot of ups and downs, and really proud of this team in terms of how they've responded. Because there were times that when it started to go down, a lot of programs, that's when cracks happen and it starts to crumble and they fold. And this team kept fighting. And then to get the big win there against a top 10 opponent on the road, to finish that, to sort of catapult us to this opportunity to play in this bowl. Now we need to go capitalize on it and finish the season off on a high note. It started really high, had those little blips in between. Now let's go finish high, use that as a catapult, you know, into the next season. You know, obviously we've seen what the 24 season looks like, and you know, going to have some really exciting games, and should be an exciting schedule.
When you look at this Clemson team, they're an SEC team. I mean, they've got great size, they have great speed. I mean, you look at Louisville, they didn't have the team speed that Kentucky had. They didn't have the size, but Clemson does, right? I mean, this is just like playing in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, right?
They very much so. Like, they are built and constructed like that. And so the one thing that I'll say is that it's something that we're used to. So it's not going to surprise us. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to challenge us, because it very much is. And like I said, the two running backs, the quarterback is extremely mobile. The O-line does a really nice job, you know, in terms of covering up people. They work really well together. They're athletic. You know, the tight end, you know, obviously I think Brock Bowers is sort of in a league of his own, but I think this you know, their tight end is about as good of a pass receiver as we've seen this year. So he creates some matchup issues, you know, in the scheme. I mean, you know, Garrett Riley was in the national title game last year with this offense. So this is an offense that when they start clicking and when they click, like, they can score at a high rate. You know, so hopefully that we can limit that, you know, create some turnovers, you know, create some short fields, you know, for the offense, so that they can get rolling against a really good defense.
I think what fans don't understand is what going to a bowl game means, and it's the extra practices.
Yep.
There's two things that come out of that. One, the young kids, you know, you get to look at them a little bit more, because the old guys are like, this is my last game, I'm just going to relax. And, you know, you do a lot more hitting with the young guys. Then the second thing is, you guys are banged up a lot this year. It gives these guys time to get healthy, right?
It does. You know, it acts like a multi-week bye, you know, to get healthy. And like you said, it allows other guys to get reps. You know, and listen, not that we haven't sort of been hit, you know, with transfer portal. So, you know, some of the roster can be a little bit thin. So there are a lot of quality reps for guys, not just for this game, but then going forward to the future. And so really helps in that regard, really helps sort of from a continuity standpoint. So, you're mixing young guys and old guys, and so now these old guys get a feel of, you know, the young guys, and the young guys get to say, hey, I'm communicating with maybe a guy that I haven't in the past. I've been, you know, rolling with the threes, or I've been rolling with the twos, and now I'm communicating with, you know, a first teamer. Like this is what it's like, and then, you know, they get that understanding and that expectation. So, you know, whether they step foot on the field, you know, on December 29th, or they use that as their catapult into spring and then into the fall.
All right, let's go get a win.
Let's go get it.